Hey, riding superstars. I am outside the hotel room, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet. Hopefully don't wake anyone up. I hope you have enjoyed the training so far. Today we're going to talk about health mastery. And why is health mastery so important? Why do we look at why does health have anything to do with riding success? And the first thing you've got to think about is if you have kids or if you don't have kids, you've all been around kids. Kids have such boundless energy. They have energy to go from the start of the day to the end of the day. And sure, they get tired for a day and then they sleep and then they have energy again and they wake up and they're ready to go the next day. And that is normal. So many people are forgetting what normal is. Normal is not being exhausted all the time. Normal is not sitting on the couch going, I can't get up, I can't go do what I want to do, I can't be bothered living my life. No, that's not normal. You look at children, they don't sit on the couch. They're running, they're jumping, they're living life. They're getting out amongst it. And it doesn't matter what environment you put them in, they're constantly seeking, where's the fun in this? Where's the joy in this? What can I get up to? What can I explore? What can I do? And as adults, we lose that, and I think that's a big problem, and we think that's normal, and we think not having energy is normal, and we think, sitting on the couch is normal. That's not normal. You've got to look at why that's happening. Another thing that I really see the difference between kids and adults is kids are growing. You need to understand that. So many people say to me, I could eat this as a kid. Because you were growing. So two things happen as a kid. You're growing, plus you're active. As I said, you're constantly exploring, you're constantly on the go, you're constantly having fun and exploring your environment. As adults, we firstly aren't growing anymore, so we need less energy, we need less food. And secondly, we aren't normally as active as what we were as children. So then we need less energy and less food again. And most people forget that. Most people go, but I want to eat what I used to eat. My kids yesterday ate 4 bowls of rice bubbles and cornflakes. They just went, can we have more? Can we have more? Can we have more? And I'm like, sure. I don't eat any cornflakes and rice bubbles, and nor should I. I am not growing. My husband doesn't eat cornflakes and rice bubbles because he also is not growing, but he eats protein because he went to the gym and he's fueling his body a certain way. So the next thing that I see with people is they're constantly going, what diet are you on? What diet should I be on? Maybe I should do that diet. The only diet you should be on is the right diet for you. And again, in today's society, we've got so many different diets. There's the carnivore diet, which is exclusively meat only. You've got the vegetarian diet or the vegan diet, which is exclusively no animal products. And it just makes me giggle because I just said to Phil, we've put man on the moon, but how come we have not decided as a human race, as a society, as a human species, what the ideal diet for a human is? The ideal diet that will ensure energy, longevity, vibrancy, health, no dis-ease. That's what we want. And that's about listening to your body a little bit because, as we said, we're all different. We all digest food differently. We all react to different foods differently. We all have different nutritional needs depending on what's going on. When I was pregnant, I had a different nutritional profile and had different nutritional needs as opposed to when I was a child, as opposed to when I'm very active and I'm at the gym all the time and I'm riding 10 horses a day, as opposed to when I'm on holiday and I'm not going to the gym and I'm not riding horses, but maybe I'm walking and sightseeing for 10k a day. So you've got to constantly be filtering what your energy needs are, what food best serves you, what food best fuels you. And I mean, we go really deep into this in health mastery because there's, to me, 3 pillars in health. The first one is the psychological pillar. So some of us know, or a lot of us know what we should be eating, but we have these anchors and these beliefs and these rituals and this obsession with the food that's not good for us. You guys know I used to love Tim Tams and chocolate and ice cream, and I'm still very excited that we're about to go to France, and I'm going to go into that patisserie and just be like, give me all the chocolate eclairs you have. But that's a one-off. I'm not going to go, okay, I want chocolate eclairs for breakfast, lunch and dinner for the next 365 days. I would turn into a chocolate eclair. So you, as a rider and as a successful rider, you need to know what your energy needs are daily. You need to know what foods serve you the best and what foods fuel you the best. Oh, good. Sorry, someone's just coming in. And you also need to know what foods are going to give you the most energy. So you've got energy to ride your horse. You've got energy to get off the couch and do everything that you need to do. So, all right, guys, just give me 1 sec. I'm getting totally distracted. Okay, I'm just going to move. Give me a sec. We will walk and talk. So, yes, sorry, the problems of not having my own office. So where am I? Yes, for riding success, we've got to know all of this. You've got to listen to your body at a core level. Sometimes, you know, you need more water. Sometimes you need less water. It depends on how hot it's been and how humid it's been and all these different things. Maybe I can hang out here. So that is your mission. So when you're thinking about rider success, I want you to really think about, that's what I was talking about, the pillars. Yeah, so the first pillar is the psychological pillar. So you know what you should eat, but you're not eating it. You know you should exercise, but you're not exercising. You know you should drink 2 litres of water, but you're not. You know your body does need cruciferous vegetables, but you're not giving it to them. You know you shouldn't go to McDonald's, but you are. And that is a huge psychological thing. And, you know, I go very deep into that in health mastery because I understand that's where I was. I was like, why am I choosing foods that don't serve me? Why am I choosing foods that don't fuel me? So that's the first really important thing that you've got to think about. The second pillar is this, like, okay, if you have no psychological need for a certain food, how the hell do you choose what food you should be eating? Because that in itself, as I said, the carnivore diet you should do, and then the vegan diet you should do, and then the low carb, high fat diet you should do, but then the high carb, low fat diet you should do. And have you done the God, what other diets are there? There's so many. And it was like cholesterol and fat diets. We've been vilified for years and years and years, and now we're seeing the upsurgence of the keto diets, and that the carbohydrate is the villain and fat's the best thing in the world. And what you need to get to is there's no good food, there's no bad food, there's just food and not food. So there's food-like substances. Something like chocolate is a food-like substance, but it's not really food. You pluck an apple off a tree, that's what food is. You pull a potato from the ground, that's what food is. The second pillar I teach in Health Mastery is understanding, if you've heard of macros. So macros is fats, carbohydrates, or protein, what you should be eating around them, what you should be doing, all that kind of stuff, because I understand that's complicated. And for those of you that don't know, I'm very passionate about nutrition. I actually went to university and studied it. This is just something that I'm really passionate about because I can see so much confusion. And if people have solved the psychological need, they still don't know what to eat. And then the third pillar is movement. How the hell should we move for longevity, for suppleness, for just being a strong, supple human being? Again, you look at children, they can all go on the monkey bars, which means they can hold their body weight up. How many 40, 50, 60, 70-year-olds can hold their body weight up for a prolonged period of time and do something like the monkey bars? I went on the monkey bars and I went, oh, dear God. Since when could I not, this is not good. So, and I said to Phil, God, we're going to build like an adult's playground. We need to build just literally that, a monkey bars and some bars and some things, just because that's what children again can do. So pillar 3 is all about movement and how should you move. It doesn't mean that you have to go to the gym and become a gym junkie and do 6 days a week and, go for a PB of 100 kilos on the squat rack. Nothing like that. But you need to have an element of muscle building, an element of suppleness training, as in flexibility training, and a level of core training to protect your back and to have strong abdominals. So that's the 3 pillars. Trust that's helped you guys think a little bit more about your health for you. Just answering some questions. Kate, how do I get myself to actually eat? I have a weird relationship with food, and I can't get myself to eat. That's the psychological things around food. You can have a million beliefs around what food is to you. You're deserving around food. Are you deserving food? What your mum told you, what your dad told you, how you grew up around food, all that kind of stuff. So there's nothing wrong with, again, one of the diets that I bring up, you've got your fasting and your intermittent fasting. And again, some people say, you've got to eat 6 meals a day. You've got to eat breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. And then other people go, no, you should fast. You should eat only 1 meal a day. You've got the OMAD diet. Only eat 1 meal a day. I eat at night. Again, there's no effing, I'm going to get passionate, there's no effing right or wrong. There's what works for you and your body. I eat very differently to Phil. I eat very differently to my children. I eat very differently to my mother. We all should eat differently, and we all just need to serve our bodies and do what feels right, gives us the most amount of energy and gives us the most amount of vitality. So trust that helps. Oops. Alexander, what is the best type of food to fuel your body with before a show day or even a lesson? I come out of my lesson a little shaky. Definitely, again, with the macros, your body needs every macros. Your body needs protein to grow its muscles and do its muscle repair and its repair of everything. So it needs protein. Fats are essential. Fats, we're made up of cells, and in every cell there's a fat layer, a lipid layer, and if you don't have fat, how's it going to make the cell layer? That means the cell's going to get destroyed, and that means you're going to get destroyed. So you need healthy fats. Again, that does not mean McDonald's burger. It means healthy fats, nuts, avocados, all those kinds of things, olive oil, butter. Protein is obviously, I'm not so good on my non-animal product protein. Obviously, animal products and eggs, cheese, milk. I don't know. Is tofu a protein source? Someone will have to help me out on that one, if you don't eat animal products. And then your third one is your carbohydrate. Again, carbohydrate's getting vilified. Oh, no carbs. But no carbs as in processed carbs. So you can still have rice. You can still have, again, depending on whether or not you need to go gluten-free, you can have sourdough bread. You can have sweet potato, and even potato. That's a healthy, real food carb source. Just don't have a cracker or a biscuit or a donut or a burger bun or, something that's not real food. But you need carbs. Love your carbs. It just needs to be healthy carbs. And Grace, does eating protein before or after riding help with muscles? You don't need to eat. It's not like you've been at the gym, and the studies are still out on whether or not those gym junkies need to have their protein shakes within that 10-minute window of finishing their exercise to get into the muscle and repair it straight away. Your body's a very amazing machine. It takes my breath away what our bodies can do. And if you give your bodies the right fuel, it'll solve your protein. As long as you eat protein, it'll have your muscles. All good. Grace, how do you know when to take a break from riding after frequent falls? I've damaged my body from falling. Don't break bones. If you're falling a lot, you need to get down to, okay, what's that happening? Is the horse too much for you? Do you need to build up your core for more balance and more strength around that? That would be my advice there. Danielle, my question to you is, how can I listen to my body better and differentiate fatigue over food at the end of the day? Most of us work hard, exactly. And that's exactly, you said it so eloquently, Danielle, that you're so busy and there's so much going on. Where's the time to get healthy meals? So you snack and you have some bad carbs, like a cracker or a biscuit or some chocolate, and you go up on that really nice insulin curve, and then you come crashing down, and your body goes, oh God, I'm exhausted. I don't have any energy to fuel you. So you want to have food that sustains energy over the whole time, and you want to make sure that it comes back down to the fuel. When you get your fuel right, then you have energy. And if you're exhausted at the end of the day, it might also mean that you're trying to be superwoman. And we all wish we had more than 24 hours in a day, and we all wish that we had unlimited energy. Right now, Phil and I wear Aura rings to track our sleep. And what a waste of time. So I'm in deep sleep, which is the body's need. The body needs to be in deep sleep to repair everything. I'm in there for like an hour, between an hour and 2 hours. I am literally a dreamer. I spend about 2 hours of my night every night dreaming in REM. And then the rest of my bloody night, like if I'm sleeping for 8 hours and I've done 2 hours REM, 2 hours deep, 4 hours in light sleep, doing nothing. Now I just said to Phil, God, wouldn't it be amazing if we didn't have to do that? We only had to sleep 4 hours a day. What more could we do? What more could we fit in? So it's important about, we all want to live full lives and fit it all in, and balancing that with doing too much, feeling overwhelmed, feeling fatigued mentally. I feel physical fatigue is in here. There's a million army people out there that can push their bodies day after day after day after day to the most outstanding feats that the normal person like you and I couldn't even begin to understand. So a physical fatigue isn't really real. It's what we decide up here is real. But mental fatigue is, we spend so much of our time thinking and worrying and stressing, and that's what makes us tired, and that's what makes us, and comparing and judging and all these things that we need to. So you need to do a spring clean here and make sure that this is all aligned, also to help with your fatigue. So I trust that helps, guys. Loved hanging out with you guys. Remember, if you want to access Health Mastery, the only way you can is by joining the Writing Superstar team at the moment. The Writing Superstar team ends in 3 days, registrations. So you can click on the link on or around this video, Kate, hopefully, or there'll be a link somewhere on the Your Writing Success page to access the Writing Superstar team. Can't wait to so many people of you are joining, and we're going to have so much fun. Remember, it's a lifelong access program, so you're in it for life. So when I go and do lives just for the Superstar team, that you guys are involved in that for life. Thank you, Kate. So it's an amazing program. I'm really, really excited to have it open for the first time in this format for membership, and it does close in 3 days, and then you won't be able to access it. So I look forward to having you guys in the Superstar team. Hope you enjoyed today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about goal setting, another thing I'm super passionate about. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.